The Phoenix Suns' quest to become the first repeat champions since the 2016-17 Warriors begins this fine Sunday in the Valley of the Sun against the Los Angeles Lakers. The next 2 months is all that matters. Kevin Durant knows this. He, Booker, and Beal all combined for nearly 58 points per game. So they have to be feeling good about that one. Meanwhile, on the other side, Anthony Davis is trying to lead his Lakers this afternoon without Colin Sexton. So a lot of the offensive load will be put onto both Davis and Austin Reeves. Who wins game one? We are counting you down to tip off right here on ABC.
This time of the year, the NBA playoffs are underway.
Playoffs are different.
We understand who we are as individuals.
Durant from deep, got it. Denied by Davis. LeVert for the jugular. Yeah! If the Lakers are going to the playoffs.
You're gonna blow it.
Three of the most prolific efficient scorers to ever play the game of basketball. They are trying to win a championship.
We've been in tight games before.
Excuses out the window. It's time to win basketball games.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Chime.
Hey everyone, welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Chime. I am your host, Malika Andrews, joined by Michael Wilbon, Big Perk, and of course, Stephen A. Smith. Gentlemen, we've got a lot to get to ahead of today's first round matchup between the Lakers and the Suns. We first start the show by recapping all of the action from opening day yesterday. We had 4 games across ESPN and ABC. Your coast-to-coast coverage is presented by T-Mobile. We began the day in Charlotte, where the Hornets fended off the Milwaukee Bucks after their star player, LaMelo Ball, went down with an injury halfway through the game.
I hope that he is okay.
Brandon Miller and Theo Maledon would rally together to both drop 25 points in their 131-7 victory.
Yeah, kudos to the Hornets, man. They came to play showing that next man up mentality. The Bucks got a real problem on their hands.
So we move on to our second game one of the day in New York. The 5-seeded Raptors visiting the 4-seeded Knicks, and this game was a nail-biter.
You're damn right. Orange and blue skies, baby. Orange and blue skies. The city is buzzing.
The Knicks dominated in the first half. It also helped that Toronto couldn't seem to buy a shot either.
I mean, good Lord.
They should have won the game. That captures it. They have to feel we played with them. We outplayed them on their home court in game one. We can win this series.
And they almost came back, too.
Yes, that was my next point. The Knicks might have commanded the game at first. It wasn't until the second half the Raptors began to make a run. The block right here solidifying said run, then Julius Randle. He gets hurt on this awkward landing. Later on in the quarter, Josh Hart goes down trying to contest a dunk. Jalen Brunson took over and led his team to the 122-116 win.
The man put on a show. He was absolutely spectacular. Can't say enough about him. Stop and go hesitation. Pull up Jay's threes. Getting into the lane at will, drawing fouls. This is about Jalen Brunson and the show that brother put on.
All right, everyone. Now we take things out west, where Memphis put on a show. They absolutely stomped the Blazers in a blowout. Perk, what do you make of this?
No, I just call it like it is. And what's happening is they getting a spank. And they're going out here and they're making a statement on national television.
Portland is going to have a rough series against this team if they don't get things together. Too many turnovers, and Memphis was just overwhelming them on defense. It was an atrocious performance, plain and simple.
We'll see what happens in game 2. There's the final score right here. Memphis 121, Portland 87. And now for the final game, and arguably the best game of the day, the Thunder versus the Mavericks. This game was back and forth all night that it went into OT. We're going to pick you up with a minute to go here. Here's Seth Curry. He gets the layup in, going the other way. SGA passes to Robinson for the easy deuce.
Man, what a pass there.
He had my pick for MVP. He makes sure his boys eat too.
Eric Jones with it. He goes for the long two, but hits the rim.
And look at Derek Lively getting the rebound and the foul. He's been standing on business the whole season.
Unfortunately, he misses the free throw and Robinson takes it the other way. OKC has numbers. Lobs to Dort for the slam.
Both teams were great in transition, respectfully.
Lively again. Rebounds a miss from Doncic.
That brother been balling since he got to the league.
Josh Giddey ties things up with 20 seconds left, and the Mavericks take a timeout. Curry inbounds the ball. Jones Jr. misses the layup, and Robinson gets the steal.
I don't know why Kidd had Curry inbounding. That just didn't make sense.
Holmgren dunks the miss to put the Thunder up by 3.
Chet doing exactly what he needs to.
Lively inbounds to Curry.
Man, thank God.
Curry back to Lively. He lays it up and finishes. It's a 1-point game. Shot clock turned off. Holmgren inbounds, but Shea has his back turned. Seth Curry steals and delivers a quick bucket for the lead. Here's Shea with the rock, trying to make something happen. Goes for a pass, but he turns it over. Kleba rebounds, and that's the game. Dallas holds off Oklahoma City in an overtime thriller.
I mean, there were so many clutch plays by the Mavs at the end of this game. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Guys, this is going to be a good series.
There's the final score, 128, 127. If every game will be like this, sign me up. Now, gentlemen, the time has come to discuss which team had the best Game 1 performance yesterday. Mr. Wilbon, we start with you.
I'd say that the Grizzlies had the best performance because they dominated their opponent. Yes, it was at home, but they set out to make a statement and gave Portland 48 minutes of hell. So surely they have my pick.
Mike, if I may, other teams like Charlotte and New York had to grind out their wins after taking morality hits by losing key pieces. I say that the Knicks had a better win. They lost both Julius Randle and Josh Hart.
Thank you, Kendrick. Because, yes, Memphis and Dallas had big wins, but when a team loses 2 key players in their starting lineup, it's a tall task to ask of your team. And the Knicks stepped up.
Destroyed
Do I
the
need to go on a
Trailblazers
tangent
for
about
crying
the
out loud.
greatness that is Jalen Brunson? Do I?
Oh, boy.
Just a reminder, the Mavericks did clutch up in an overtime victory, so surely they belong in this conversation too, perhaps?
Yeah, but I'll tell you a team that shouldn't be in that convo, and that's Milwaukee.
If the other team loses their best player, that's a key focus. You have to capitalize. I know it's one game, but every bit of momentum helps.
I agree with Wilbon here. Milwaukee have underperformed massively this season in comparison to their title run a couple seasons ago. That's why they narrowly missed the play-in.
All of these were valid points, gentlemen, but there's always next game. We will see what adjustments the coaches and players make. That's the beauty of the playoffs. Still to come on NBA Countdown, Karis LeVert might have been the one to step up in the play-in game against Houston, but who will be that guy that rises to the challenge versus a formidable Suns team? We discuss all that and much more next.
NBA Countdown on ABC is presented by Chime. When your money is good, you feel good.
They wonder how I do it like that. 2 steps, then I bring it right back.
Wait, hold up.
Bring it right back.
The only phone with AdMe. Google Pixel 9, proud partner of Arsenal Football Club.
DashPass saves you money on DoorDash, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and focus on what really needs saving. Your sanity. Save on grocery orders with DashPass by DoorDash. Your door to more savings.
ABC 7 streams live newscasts, breaking news, weather, and exclusive content, and it's all free and available on all of these streaming platforms.
They're just being aggressive regardless of the situation.
LeVert for the jugular for the lead.
There was more opportunity tonight, so I just took advantage of it.
3, good! Splashes one from outside.
Didn't want to feel like this.
Step back, another 3. Puts it in!
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by Chime.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by Chime. As we continue to get you set for the Lakers and the Suns, ladies and gentlemen, there is one player that has been the talk of the town. That name is Karis LeVert. In the play-in game, LeVert would lead the Lakers in the fourth quarter to their eventual 112-109 victory against the Houston Rockets. He was doing everything from getting second chance buckets to protecting the rim and knocking down threes, including this buzzer beater, which would give the Lakers the lead and ultimately the win.
I'm impressed with what he pulled off.
There's not much else to really say. The Lakers needed someone to step up, and he did. He gave them a 26-10 double-double.
Not only was he the winning factor, but he was very efficient too.
It was a great win, however, that was in the past, and they have the Suns standing in front of them. Now, arguably, these are two potent franchises, but who has the most pressure to deliver in these playoffs, guys?
I think that the Lakers are under more pressure than Phoenix. The Suns don't have to deal with the historical pressure of being winners, even though they won the championship last season. The Lakers have been mediocre in the post-LeBron era. This is their only playoff appearance in the 3 seasons since he retired. And damn it, it's time to show something. Or else they're going to have to make some decisions this summer.
Yeah, but Stephen A., they don't have enough to go up against a team like Phoenix anyway. They clearly don't have enough offensively either.
Austin Reeves, Russell, Vanderbilt, AD, amongst many others, are all free agents after this season. And I'll leave it at that.
All I'm saying is that not too many people outside of the Laker faithful expect them to do anything. I expect a competitive series nonetheless, but I think this is one that Phoenix wins in like 6 or something. And to answer your question, Malika, I believe the Suns are under more pressure this time. They're the defending champions. They have a target on their back. What would a 4th ring mean for Kevin Durant's legacy?
Oh, yeah, good point there, Mr. Wilbon.
Look, let me touch on something right quick. The contracts, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these notable names on both teams whose contract is up after this season. Like Stephen A. said, you got AD, D-Lo, Austin Reeves, Vanderbilt, along with Cam Reddish. There's some valuable trades that could be made.
And Anthony Davis is 31.
My point exactly. So if the Lakers don't make it to the conference finals at least, there's a surefire chance they gon' blow it up.
And then looking at the Suns. Even if Kevin Durant decides to retire after this season, they still have Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, which they'll most likely bring back. Grayson Allen is probably a trade piece along with Okogie and Nurkic. All I'm saying is that there is more stability with Phoenix than there is with LA. If they don't go far this postseason.
Guys, I think it's safe to say that these playoffs could cause a slew of ramifications for these teams and its players. However, we must shift gears to a developing story in the league. This just in, Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors has finally appeared before the public addressing his retirement. Remember, Curry stated before the start of the season that this would be his final run with the Warriors before hanging up the jersey. He never spoke again about the matter until just a moment ago. Here's a listen.
It was a fun season. Had its ups and downs, but that's just the game sometimes, and you have to live with that. I have no regrets, and I'm excited to move on to the next chapter of my life. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to miss being on the court with Clay and Dre and the rest of my guys, man. But at the end of the day, I know that this is the right decision for me and my family, and who knows what doors will open next. I think it's pretty cool that he was able to impact the game in such a way that will last for years.
There was an outpour of emotions all over social media. You have LeBron sharing kind words, then his teammates. De'Aaron Fox posted this photo on Instagram from the 2022 playoffs, and many more legends giving their respects. So, gentlemen, let's reflect here on Curry and the Warriors season. What's the next step for the team?
It's simple. Jordan Poole. They acquired him via the Memphis and Washington trade. And aside from a few games here and there, he's been amazing coming off of the bench.
Poole has elevated his game in the regular season and shown that he can make some big shots and run the floor a little too. So moving him to the starting point guard is a no-brainer.
I have only a couple of concerns. Number one is Klay Thompson. Because let's be real, had he not went down in January, With that knee injury, we'd probably be showing a different game in a few minutes. There were points in the season where he was generating more offense than Curry or Poole and winning games. However, this team fell off of a cliff after Klay got hurt. Steph can't do all the work himself. And with him gone now, you don't have much more room for error. Which brings me to my second point. What changes will be made to the rest of the roster? Do you keep pieces like Wiggins, who's regressed a little? Moses Moody isn't reliable on offense. B-Pods could be a valuable trade piece for some depth. These are the Golden State Warriors. This is a team that, when mostly healthy, they could still possibly win a championship.
I mean, by them finishing so low in the conference, they could get a sleeper pick in the first round, perhaps?
Or they are in a win-now situation. It probably will be as long as Klay can shoot and Draymond defends.
Well, if I'm going to play devil's advocate, I say blow the team up and rebuild. Get rid of Klay and Draymond while they still have value and construct the team around Jordan Poole. I think he's going to be the future of the franchise.
That's not a bad idea, given how old Draymond and Klay are. Plus, they won't really know how to play without the star of their trio gone, a star in which they've played alongside for so long.
I disagree.
There are a lot of uncertainties about where the Warriors go from here, but that's why free agency is so exciting. Speaking of excitement, the Stars are getting ready as we inch closer to tip-off of Game 1 between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. There's Devin Booker just continuing along with his pregame preparations.
I expect to see a big game from him. He stepped up and shown he can lead the team throughout the regular season when KD or Beal have rough nights.
This is going to be the litmus test to see if he can command this Suns team in a playoff setting. Even in that finals run, he wasn't the best player.
Right after this, we finish setting the table for today's matchup. Don't go anywhere. NBA Countdown will return in a moment.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at Sherwin-Williams.
We in Miami, the best city in the world.
Formula One continues to explode in the U.S.
This is the biggest event in the world right now.
The vibe is amazing. The fans here are the best.
I love the art of it, sport of it.
Amazing energy.
We go racing here in Miami once again. Let's keep it up. Yes, let's go.
911, what's your emergency?
LAFD!
LAPD on scene!
Over 8 seasons, they have faced the impossible.
Some B-NATO.
But this Thursday, things get personal.
He's a damn serial killer.
One of their own will be taken.
We're gonna find her.
The 911 two-part return begins Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Our key matchups this afternoon are presented by Papa John's. The Suns are the favorites to not only win Game 1, but also win the series. All of this is despite the fact that they lost 2 out of their 3 regular season meetings with the Lakers, both of which were at home.
The key for the Lakers to win Game 1 is to outplay the other team on the defensive end. Get those rebounds and second chance points and protect the rim as well as the perimeter.
I've got the Suns winning this game as well as the series. It's going to be a tough mountain for LA to climb without some offensive guys like Sexton or Bronny James. You're going to need all you can get when you play a team with an offense like Phoenix.
But let's not forget that someone on the Lakers can go off and do the unthinkable. Karis LeVert is a prime example.
All right, that's our predictions. And with that, it is time to get you over to Footprint Center, where Joshua Fancher and Doris Burke are on the call. We will see you at halftime, of course. Enjoy the game. Take it away, guys.
Alrighty, thanks, Malika. Welcome, everyone, to Phoenix, Arizona, otherwise known as the place that they call the Valley, and the site of the first-round matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. And boy, do we've got some unique storylines going into today's game between both franchises, because on one end, lies a squad ready to make history and become the first back-to-back champion since a familiar Splash Brothers dynasty. And on the other side, sitting a historic team looking to get back to a familiar place. As we take a look at some of the playoff action from yesterday, Memphis took care of business in Game 1 against Portland. Meanwhile, the Mavericks outlast the Thunder in an overtime showdown. And then, of course, there's today's game between the Lakers and Suns. And tonight, later on, will be the game between the Nuggets and the Rockets. Hello everyone, I'm Joshua Fancher here alongside my co-star Dorisberg, and boy do we have quite the matchup here today as we continue to get you set for today's game between the Lakers and the Suns, which by the way, let's start with the Lakers here, who are coming into this playoff series with 41 wins on the season, including the play-in tournament victory over Houston, but now they have to face the defending champions in their first postseason appearance in 3 years since LeBron James's retirement. I would say that I am very eager, along with you all as well at home, as to how this entire series could possibly pan out.
You've got a great point, Josh. This matchup is so intriguing for a multitude of reasons. These are two teams with extremely contrasting play styles. The Suns can and will overpower you with their offense. On the contrary, defense is the main priority for the Lakers. And today, they're going to lean on that defense now more than ever with a few key guys sidelined this afternoon.
Yeah, Doris. That has been one of the most overwhelming storylines going into today's game, the injuries. And with more on those injuries, we turn things over to Monica McNutt.
Well, Josh, I've got some good news for Lakers fans. Colin Sexton gave it a go at shoot-around this morning and said he could play, so he will be in the starting lineups. We will have to see how close he is to regular form, though. However, this team has some dogs. As we look at our Star Watch brought to you by Puma, Karis LeVert came up big for the Lakers off the bench in their play-in game at Houston, winning them the game. He's going to be hoping to carry that double-double momentum into this game and help his squad.
Looking to the other side of things, the Phoenix Suns have had one heck of a season. They've had one of the best offenses, and boy, do their numbers show this, Doris.
The numbers speak for themselves. They averaged almost 60 points together on the court, proving they can run up the score. It has been said that big threes are extinct, but the Suns put that to rest last season, winning the title, and are here ready to do it again. Booker might have averaged more points this season, but Kevin Durant has been such a focal point at age 38, still averaging nearly 24 points a game on 46% shooting. KD is one of those guys you can never take your eye off of. All the more reason why this first-round matchup is so exciting.
There you can see the images across your screen. The Footprint Center is absolutely packed out as the fans are ready to see their team potentially make history as these two great teams begin their potential 2-month journey to the Larry O'Brien Trophy. The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel will return after these messages from your ABC stations. Game 1 is next.
This combo meal's got combinations. Make this thing your own creation. Entree, drink, and choice of sides. Oh, and it's free to swap fries. BK, have it your way.
The Hoops League Association's 9th season is right around the corner. 2 new teams, the San Antonio Sheriffs and the Toronto Towers, join the mix, while over 45 new drafted prospects enter the league. Tune in to see Poland Strunk, Anthony Bridges, and Darth Jorel duke it out for another season, only on Hoops League TV.
Are underway.
It's time out for the silliness.
The most anticipated part of the season.
This is playoff basketball.
Has there ever been a time like this?
when everybody has a shot.
Comes Dame. 3 seconds. Dame pulls.
Be a good three-point shooter. This tonight. Look at this for the lead. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson.
The hype is real.
For the jugular. Yes!
The hope is valid.
Doncic pulls up. Three-pointer. Bang!
Oh boy, what a shot from Nikola Jokic.
It's that time. And every decision, every possession, every game start to define you. Send your team down a certain path.
One more. Tatum. Oh, he caught one. Wow!
So is it going to be your time? Or someone else's?
It's the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns facing off in the NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel in the first round presented by Chewy.com. As we come to you live from the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona for this best of 7 series between two potent NBA franchises. Let's take a look at some pregame chatter with Anthony Davis, who's mic'd up for sound.
I got ball. Chase over. Three quarter. Drew, strong. Ice. When he got it in the post, it's like we all bunched up. So he got no outlet. So trying to get our spacing right. So just in case he do try to pass, we got somewhere.
Let's get a look at our starting lineups today, delivered by Popeyes. And for the Lakers, it's Sexton and Austin Reeves in at the 2 guard spots. And then Karis LeVert's out there with Anthony Davis and Christian Wood. Alongside with Phoenix, it's the big 3 of Beal, Booker, and Durant. And then Yusuf Nurkic and Josh Okogie to round them all out.
I think I speak for everyone in the basketball community when I say this. We want to see this be a slugfest despite whoever comes out on top and moves to the semifinals.
Well, it's like we said at the start, Doris. This is for sure going to be a toss-up series as the Lakers win the tip, and it's Colin Sexton bringing it up. Passes it to Austin Reeves, and he gets the first shot off quick. Ooh, what a pass by Beal as he finds Nurkic, who converts for the easy 2.
Nurkic has been one of the more efficient players in the paint this season.
Here's Davis driving. Doesn't get it to go on that occasion. Rebounded by Durant. Just pushing it up the floor. Durant for 3. Misses, and it will be out of bounds. Last touched by the Suns.
Well, it's certainly not a shot KD misses, but I'd imagine he's trying to get himself going early here. If I told you that the Suns' home record was worse than their away record and still the 2 seed, people would not believe me. Goes to show how good they have been this season.
It's a tough shot by Austin Reeves, but he gets it to go.
I can see Reeves being an underrated player this series for sure.
Booker playing with his foot out top. Looking, getting past the defense as he lays it up and in. We are tied at 4. Austin Reeves trying to lay it up, but can't finish it, and it'll go the other way. Bradley Beal shoots for 3. Rebounded by Davis, it looked like. Here's Sexton to Reeves. What a find!
Josh plays like that is what makes Sexton such a valuable part for the Lakers. Great eyes.
Beal trying to cut his way through the defense and turns it over. I think he was trying to pass it to Booker.
And there's Sexton getting an easy 2 in transition.
Here's Beal bringing it up the court. Finds Okogie. Okogie slams it down. And the Footprint Center loves it as they go back within 2. Here's Christian Wood as he gets it inside, and they go back up by 4.
Lakers are off to a good start here.
Here's Beal. He passes to KD. KD with the easy lay.
This is the stage of the game where both teams are trying to feel each other out, you know, getting into sort of a rhythm.
Sexton to LeVert. LeVert lays it up. Oh, doesn't get it on that occasion. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic to Beal. Beal looking for an open man. He spots KD. KD back to Nurkic. Almost had it on that occasion. AD with the defense.
I'm sure J.J. Redick wants more of that kind of defensive effort from AD.
Here's LeVert, drives inside, gets the easy layup to go.
He's running off that confidence from last game.
Here's Beal racing up the floor as he dunks it down to put the Suns within 2 points of the Lakers.
Bradley Beal has came out of the gate with so much energy, and that encapsulates it in its entirety.
Here's Reeves in the corner, puts up a three. No!
Oh, that's a shot he normally drains.
Beal once again with the ball in his hands. Kevin Durant, reverse layup is good. And we are tied at 12 and 12, just getting past half the quarter.
Boy, we have had a ton of action in the first so far as LeVert using some smooth moves for a deuce.
And what a move by LeVert. He is being very shifty this afternoon. Nurkic trying to get it to go again. He does on that occasion. Still tied at 14.
Oh, great
Sexton
pass.
to Davis. Davis with the easy layup. Great find by Colin Sexton on that occasion. Here's Bradley Beal. Once again, how does he do it? Finding the open man as Devin Booker is there to clean it up.
One of the underrated parts of Beal's game this season has to be his court vision. Find the open man and feed him.
Great move by Colin Sexton to put his team back out front. Here's Beal, sworn by yellow jerseys, passes to Durant. Durant for three, got it!
And that makes him 1 for 3 from beyond the arc.
What a shot by Kevin Durant. Sexton quickly quiets down the crowd as they go up by 1. Okogie's got it now. To Booker. Booker back to Okogie, slams it in! Timeout Los Angeles.
Well, it's just like what we talked about, that explosive Phoenix Suns offense. Bones Highland under heavy pressure from the Lakers defense. And there's Kevin Durant waiting on the perimeter for an easy triple. Easy money sniper going to work early in the first.
Well, hey, we may not have any more basketball for you today, but that doesn't mean you should turn your head, because Game 1 between the Bruins and the Rangers in the Stanley Cup playoffs are tonight at 7:30 on ABC. And also you can catch it on the ESPN app, which you can download from your app store. As we check in on things, Anthony Davis, he hasn't had the strongest afternoon, only putting up 2 points and 1 rebound.
Well, he is doing the little things right now that may not show up in the box score, like setting screens or helping on defense. His presence alone has aided the Lakers in their offense so far.
Oh, what a finish by Bones Highland.
Man, that was a tough shot.
And it was under a heavy contest.
I mean, Vanderbilt was so close to denying that.
Sexton will swing it to Warren, who slices and dices and finishes. Here's Bones Highland. Picked up by Russell at the top of the key. Puts up a three-pointer and cashes it in. And he will put the Suns up by 2 points. Here's D'Angelo Russell now, pushing it up the floor into the paint and finger rolls it in over Bol.
Russell's only averaging about 10 points off the bench, but give him some credit. His impact is felt.
Here's Devin Booker, puts up a three and laces it. And that will prompt the Lakers to have a timeout. Boy, Devin Booker is showing out today. As we'll keep things here, Doris, let's shed some light on Devin Booker, shall we?
Well, since we're talking about Devin Booker, let's talk about how much better he has gotten from three-point land since he came into the league. Yeah, his mid-range has always been great, but it just shows how much better he's gotten offensively.
Yeah, his numbers definitely back him up. He's shot 7 points so far 3 for 3, perfect from the field with 1 assist and 1 rebound to his name. As we check back in on the Lakers, who are bringing the ball up the court now. Less than a minute to go here in the first. Russell tried to pass it and it goes out of bounds. And that means that it will be Phoenix Suns basketball.
Not much to say there. Probably some miscommunication from Russell.
Yeah, just more than likely looking to push the pace here late in the first quarter. As Curtis brings it up the court, passes to Highland. Trying to get something to go here. Here's Curtis to try to lay it up and blocked by D'Angelo Russell, who gets a hand on it, and the Lakers go the other way. Karis LeVert. Back to LeVert. 1 out at a time, he goes for a three-pointer. Doesn't get it on that occasion. And it's Medu bringing it the other way. Here's Okogie out top. He finds Medu in the paint, and he's fouled and still gets it to go. What a play. As real quick, let's take a look at the upcoming playoff schedule. The 76ers and Pacers about to get underway on NBA TV, and then tonight on NBC, it's the Celtics and the Nets, along with the Nuggets and the Houston Rockets. Oh, D'Angelo Russell all alone, and will ice the 3 to bring the Lakers within 2. 3 seconds left on the clock. Curtis, he has no choice but to hoist and misses. And that will do it for the first quarter here in Phoenix.
Well, we've had a little bit of everything so far in this first quarter, huh?
Well, I certainly can't argue with that one. The Phoenix Suns starting 5, putting up 24 points here in the first quarter, with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker leading the charge with 7 points apiece. Score is definitely closer than what a lot of us thought. This presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC will return after a message from your ABC stations.
Looking to save on internet and mobile? Get the best of both with Xfinity. Because now you can get Xfinity internet with unlimited mobile included, all for $40 a month for the first year. You even get free Wi-Fi equipment and unlimited internet data included for a year. Plus, when you switch from Verizon or AT&T, save over $750 in your first year. And get a free 5G phone. Switch today. Xfinity.
This is our home now.
Remember who you are.
DashPass saves you money on DoorDash, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and focus on what really needs saving. Your sanity. Save on grocery orders with DashPass by DoorDash. Your door to more savings.
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. I'm Monica McNutt, standing by with the head coach of the Lakers, JJ Redick. Coach, what do you make of that first quarter?
Well, we're doing pretty good so far. The score is a lot closer than I thought, but we know we can't get complacent going forward. Love the defense from my guys in the first, and we look to keep that energy going.
What do you need to see from your team do more or less of in the second quarter?
We just got to do a little more on the offensive side. You saw the threes Phoenix started to drop later in the quarter as they got more comfortable. Meanwhile, we only made one, you know? If we can't get the shots to fall, though, then we need to be tougher on the defensive side. Got to be elite in the paint and on the perimeter.
Thanks, JJ. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you for that, as Gordon Curtis misses the shot. And it's brought the other way by TJ Warren. Warren playing with his foot out top. He launches, and no good.
Look, the Lakers know they need offense, so I don't blame him for shooting that one.
Here's Curtis with the pocket pass to Allen, and he flushes it down. Put Phoenix up by 4. Here's Vanderbilt with his three-point attempt, and it's good.
And how about the assist from Jackson Hayes, too?
As he'll put the Lakers back within 1, and we're going to step aside as Phoenix takes a timeout.
What is he doing here?
Oh man, what is he doing here?
Oh wow, it's Osmorant, a Kenny check at the same store. I can't believe I'm standing before the best NCAA player and the second best NCAA player at once.
He's talking about me, by the way.
Why would he be talking about you?
I led Texas Tech through multiple powerhouses with no help?
Sure, but no one can guard me.
Okay, but I actually play defense.
Okay, but I play 3 positions.
I play 4.
Okay, but I lead my team to the March Madness Championship, beating you.
Whatever.
I like Jordan Hart more anyway.
Go check out the 2 top 10 prospects, Kenny Check Jr. and Osmorant.
The NBA playoffs on ESPN continue with a doubleheader on Tuesday night, starting with the Nets and the Celtics at 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Nuggets and the Rockets shortly at 10 p.m. Eastern. You can find both of these games on ESPN as well as the ESPN app. Let's take a look at who's making a count, brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Doris Burke, what do you got for us?
Well, let's take a gander at Jackson Hayes matched up with Highland. Notices Vanderbilt behind him, so why not swing it to the big fella and JV, letting it fly as he cashes in for a triple.
Well, Jared Vanderbilt has been nothing but marvelous for the Lakers coming off of the bench. He has 5 points, perfect from the field, and 3 rebounds in just 2 minutes of play here.
Well, his shot making is one of the things that Coach Reddick has admired about him this season. He's made a decent jump from where he was.
Shot just a little too strong on that 3-point attempt by Jackson Hayes, is brought in by Yusuf Nurkic. Here's Nurkic, well defended by Daniel Gafford as that shot won't go, and it goes the other way. Now Vanderbilt gonna try to lay it up and in, and it's good. Make that 7 points now for Jared Vanderbilt. Island passes to Nurkic. Nurkic defended by Gafford, and a block by Gafford as it goes the other way.
Oh my
Vanderbilt
goodness.
with it, and he turns it over, and they go back the other way. Nishan Highland finishes.
Good hustle from Okogie to make that happen.
What a sequence. Gafford tries to back down Nurkic, and Nurkic will block. A little bit of revenge from Yusuf Nurkic as he tries to get it inside, misses once again.
Not used to seeing a guy like him leave those high percentage shots on the table. That's the bread and butter for a guy like Nurkic.
Here's Hood-Schifino, and it's another turnover, this time by Jalen Hood-Schifino.
The Lakers have to do a better job at taking care of the ball.
Nurkic couldn't get that shot to go. It's rebounded by Vanderbilt and brought up by Jalen Hood-Schifino, who tries to lob it, I think he did, but just some miscommunication that time round.
Let's have another look here. Yeah, he's just going for the lob here. Looks like Warren was the target, and he was not ready.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to get it to TJ Warren, and Warren just wasn't there in time. So it'll be Suns basketball here. Bradley Beal's checking back into the game. Fournier out there as well as Josh Okogie gets a quick bucket. Reeves is going to swing it to TJ Warren here as he gets around the defense and puts it in. Slamming it over Nurkic.
That's the kind of energy you want.
Here's Beal on a mad dash as he responds with an emphatic slam.
A lot of the focus and countdown was on KD and Book. But let's give Beal his flowers because he has been on fire.
I'll tell you what, that's playoff basketball at its finest as Cam Reddish tries to shoot over Durant and he gets it to go in. Beal bringing it back up the court. Passes to Okogie. Okogie lays it up. Just passing halfway through the second quarter here of play. Help screen coming from TJ Warren. Cam Reddish fancies a go inside. He tries to lay it up and it's denied by Josh Okogie, and it goes the other way. Beal will pass to Durant and count it as the Suns go up by 5.
He's that glue guy that makes the big three a problem.
TJ Warren trying to get it in again. He lobs to AD, and it goes out of bounds.
This was what I was just talking about. The Lakers are starting to make careless mistakes on their possessions, and Phoenix is doing nothing but capitalizing on them.
Lakers just moving just a little bit too fast. They need to slow things down to try to get things to go and get things to work here.
I've got a feeling that the Suns have found their mojo on offense, and the Lakers are in for a rude awakening. And there goes Bradley Beal once again.
Oh, why not Bradley Beal? as he delivers yet another exclamation. Christian Wood, he says, I can respond with a slam dunk of my own. Doris, I can't tell if we're watching the dunk contest or the NBA playoffs here. Okogie spots Durant on an island. He takes the triple.
Oh, that's his shot all day long.
Easy money sniper getting it done yet again as he hits yet another three-pointer. Austin Reeves, jumper, it's good.
I'd imagine J.J. Redick wants to see more of that, perhaps?
Bradley Beal handling it on this end. And he goes for three, and it's out of bounds.
I know we've raved about Beal a little bit today, but he's still struggling with that three-point shot. But you can also argue that he's made up for that in the assist department.
Austin Reeves to Anthony Davis. Davis tries to get it inside and misses yet again, as it has been a rough afternoon for Anthony Davis, and Devin Booker slams it in.
Lakers definitely need AD to get it going, Josh.
The Suns' offense booming here in the second quarter, and it's another miss. This time by Christian Wood. It goes the other way. Devin Booker over a number of defenders.
He's on a bit of a roll.
And he cannot be stopped.
Yeah, D-Book showing he can step his game up.
And finally, Davis getting yet another bucket to go.
And it's much needed from Davis because he has been such a non-factor this whole game. 4 points at this point of the game is not ideal.
Christian Wood misses yet another shot, and the Lakers' offense has slowed down significantly here in the second quarter.
It's astonishing how much they're pulling away now.
It's now a 12-point lead in the Suns' favor. Austin Reeves finds Christian Wood. He shoots a three, misses.
I know it's only 14 seconds left, but you got to call a timeout.
Well, I'll tell you about Bradley Beal this afternoon. He has been a skywalker. Here's Colin Sexton to end the drought with a jumper, misses. Christian Wood with the rebound, tries to shoot another and just gets it in narrowly. And that will do it. Phoenix finds themselves on top here at halftime, 58-46, a 12-point lead.
One team is going back to the locker room, to their drawing board, while the other has all of the momentum in the world.
Here's Monica McNutt standing by with one of the Suns players.
Thanks, guys. I'm here standing by here with Devin Booker, who had a phenomenal first half. Now, Book, a lot of naysayers have put you under a microscope this postseason in terms of leading the team. Do you think you've answered back at them with your first 2 quarters of play in this opening game?
I don't talk to them. I'll let you guys talk to them. But no, just trying to be aggressive. I had it going in the first half, so I knew they're going to throw some different defenses at me. And, we have guys that can make them pay every time.
Appreciate it, Devin. Good luck in the second half. Josh?
All right, thank you, Monica. The Lakers find themselves down 12 points going into halftime, as this presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC will return after these messages and a word from your ABC stations. Coming up next is the McDonald's Halftime Show, hosted by Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, and Michael Wilbon. They're waiting in the studio to get you all at home recapped on everything that has gone on so far in this game.
Shake them up, cross them up, post, move, defense, lock them up. Ain't nobody hot as us, pump, fake, shoot again, edit up. 24 pointers in the AP shot clock, down with the rocks.
Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drink, and nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price. BK, have it your way.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
Wow. Okay.
That's amazing.
Being a winner is a curse. It doesn't matter how much you've won before. You're not a winner until you win again.
Let's go.
And again, and again. nothing is enough. No one understands. And you never want it to stop.
Welcome to NBA Halftime, presented by McDonald's.
Hey everyone, welcome into the NBA Halftime presented by McDonald's. The first half is in the books and we have a few talking points to sink our teeth into. We start with the Lakers, who find themselves down 12 going into the third. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Atrocious play from LA. They already don't have the best offense in the league this season, so we knew that was going to be their Achilles heel. But the lack of effort on the defensive side of the ball is inexcusable. I want to point the finger at Anthony Davis first. You mean to tell me that the best the team leader can muster is 4 points and 2 rebounds?
He's also got to start getting involved more. Let's start there. Only 4 shot attempts in the first half is awful. AD has to make his presence felt.
Let me chime in right quick. As a fellow big man, there's many ways you can make the other team feel you. Drive to the rim and slam it down. Use that size, okay? Be a bully in the paint and on the post. Don't be afraid to block shots. He can be better, but it starts with him.
Wilbon and Perk are spot on here. Davis is the leader of this team, and he needs to start playing like it. The whole team needs to come out of the locker room sharper and ready to play. End of discussion.
It seems like the consensus is that if the Lakers want a chance to steal a game on the road, it is going to come down to the performance from their star player. Let's move on to the Suns, however, because they have been firing on all cylinders, especially since the start of the second quarter. Gentlemen, the Suns are firmly in the driver's seat at the half. Beal, Durant, and Book all combined for 33 points. That's more than half of the points scored by the whole team.
The Lakers started making a plethora of mistakes, and the Suns did nothing but punish them every time. And look at this dunk by Bradley Beal. I mean, come on.
Without a doubt, their offense is on fire right now. I think their awareness on both ends is something to note as well. You see how they're able to find open guys and keep that ball moving.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, you're seeing it, though. The countless times they pass to Nurkic in the paint, or if they spot Kevin Durant or Devin Booker on the perimeter, guess what? They're swinging the rock, and it's working. Okay, y'all? It is working.
Man, I feel bad for some of those Lakers, y'all, because the Phoenix Suns offense be having them boys on ice skates. They need to tighten up on defense and make life harder for Phoenix.
They could if their leader would show up. AD is the key. I know we spoke about the importance of other guys like Reeves, Sexton, and LeVert, but when you are the team's best player, at the end of the day, a lot of the responsibility will fall on you. Because when they can't turn it on, you got to turn it on.
You know, I like how you gentlemen already started answering my next question, because I was going to ask, if you're Coach Redick, what do you do to get your team back in this fight?
I'll answer that for you. As we've been discussing, the biggest thing for LA is the defense. They've got to lean on that because right now they haven't. Redick needs to remind that locker room of who the hell they are and come out swinging at the start of the third quarter.
Hey, I agree, because this series will be over quick if they don't improve.
I like what I'm hearing, you guys. We've got a few more things to touch on, but we will get to that when we come back. There's the score, once again, 46-58 after 2 quarters. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
This halftime report is presented by McDonald's best burgers ever. Get them before the Hamburglar does.
We in Miami, the best city in the world.
Formula One continues to explode in the U.S.
This is the biggest event in the world right now.
The vibe is amazing. The fans here are the best.
I love the art of it, sport of it.
Amazing energy.
We go racing here in Miami once again. Let's keep it up. Yes, let's
go. They wonder how I do it like that. 2 steps, then I bring it right back.
Wait, hold up.
Bring it right back.
The only phone with AdMe. Google Pixel 9, proud partner of Arsenal Football Club.
When you wake up and let's do this. Darling, I'll be by your side. I'll be there.
To start your day off right, you gotta start with Eyewitness News This Morning and
Good Morning America.
Welcome back to NBA Halftime, presented by McDonald's.
Welcome back to NBA Halftime. Before we return to Footprint Center, we need to take some inventory on the other playoff matchups, starting with what's going on right now in Philadelphia. Courtesy of NBA TV, Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers have came out of the gate firing on all cylinders. His ability to find open guys for easy points makes great arguments for his spot amongst point guards in the league.
There's not much else to say, except Philadelphia needs to figure out how to neutralize him, because this game can get away from them quickly. Just look at this tough three-pointer he hits over multiple defenders.
I mean, that's just unreal.
Pacers lead by 9 with less than a minute to go in the first. Meanwhile, we check in on Boston, where Jason Tatum and the Celtics host the Nets in their Game 1 tonight. Of course, our friends over at NBC will have you covered with this game and the Nuggets and Rockets later on.
Boston in 5. Carry the hell on.
What?
You heard me. I didn't stutter. Boston in 5.
Pretty generous of you to give the Nets a game, but I do have the Celtics winning this series in the end.
So, gentlemen, let's get back to the MO of the show, the Lakers and Suns. After 2 quarters of play, who is taking Game 1?
I'd say the Suns are firmly in control of this one. They ended this quarter with all the momentum in their favor. With everyone shooting the ball well and making smart plays, this is Phoenix's game to lose.
I agree, Stephen A., but let's remember a key point. And yes, this may not make much of a difference based on how this game is going, but the Lakers have bested the Suns 2 out of the 3 matchups this season in their own gym.
Yeah, but that's the regular season. These are the playoffs. It's a different game.
That's what we think. And with that concludes our halftime show presented by McDonald's. The third quarter coming your way next.
This halftime report is presented by McDonald's best burgers ever. Get them before the Hamburglar does.